Hello, everyone. Welcome into another episode of Mouse Madness. Hope everybody's having a great week so far. It is Tuesday night Mouse Madness. This is episode 39, if you can believe it. And sorry about the lighting. I have got to figure out new lighting in this place for sure. That way we can go ahead and hopefully get this done correctly. I'm going to try and do something real fast with my microphone, which for some reason is not hooked up, but I will hook it up later. So hopefully everybody can hear me. In reference to that, we are having some technical difficulties. My mic disconnected, but I hope everybody's doing well tonight. Thank you for being here. We had a mic that was connected, and then the mic disconnected. So everybody hang on for a second. I'm going to connect this mic so we have something to listen to. There we go. Now we're talking. Hopefully you guys can hear that. If you can, I'm sorry. But welcome in, everybody. Hope everybody's having a great week. We are going to have a good time tonight. That one connected, and hopefully the sound will be sounding a little bit better now. And tonight we're going to have a really good time. Something a little bit different. Lots of big Disney news kind of broke over the last week and a half, and I really wanted to touch base on it. I wanted to talk a little bit about it, kind of put my 2 cents in. Some of it I'm really excited about. Some of it it's kind of a head scratcher. But I thought all of it was kind of cool, so I wanted to talk about that. I also wanted to talk Disney first. And what I mean by Disney first is everybody kind of has tradition. When you go to Disney, what's the first place you eat at? What's the first park you visit? What's the first thing you do in the morning? What's the first snack you get? And kind of going to go over those tonight with you. And also I wanted to get your comments as to what are some of the first things you do when you go to Disney. I think that's a lot of fun. And then, of course, we'll wrap up the night with our community spotlight. Kyle and Jessica over at Eye to Eye Disney. Disney Through Our Eyes got me their questions back. They answered all 10 questions, and we'll go over them tonight as well. I hope if you haven't already subscribed to their channel, do so. They do a great channel, do a lot of really good content. I hope you guys can check them out. Any of my mods that's in here, if you could please put their link in the description for me, I'd appreciate it. And from there, you know, we'll just kind of have a good time with it tonight. Lots of stories to talk about. But let's do some quick mousekeeping. Obviously, Dean over at The Live Place, theliveplace.com, family-friendly streams throughout the week. Monday through Sunday, you're looking for a stream, go over to theliveplace.com. I'm sure you'll find one that's right up your alley. Dean hosts all these streams, and he's great. So please check him out. And if you have a podcast and you're looking to get somewhere to get your podcast kind of presented, he also does this Happy Place, so check him out for that as well. If you check him out, I'm sure he'll be able to help you with that. Obviously, I have 2 partner channels. We have 2 great partner channels, Steve from Steve's World and Dan from Disney Dan. Steve goes live on Monday nights with Monday Madness. I think he's doing a new segment on Monday Madness now where it's called Getting to Know You, and he is premiering that next Monday, if I'm not mistaken. Steve, you can definitely put it in the chat. But be sure to check that out. He's going to be premiering it with Getting to Know the Shep family. Great channel. Be sure to check him out for that. And obviously, they do the Disney That on Wednesdays. That kind of rotates, though. So check the schedule for that as well. That's a lot of fun. Been very highly successful so far for them. And definitely a lot of fun. And, of course, on Saturdays, Steve is with me for sports night. We have a good time with that. We always kid each other, and we kind of poke at each other, poke fun at each other on those nights, but we have a good time for sure. We love sports night. And then, of course, Dan goes live on Saturdays with Disney Fiasco, which is always a lot of fun. He always has special guests on that. And, of course, his Disney Food Friday. So check that out. So let's get into the chat. I want to say hi to everybody. We got tons of people out there, and we got big Disney news to talk about. So Steve, of course, is here. Thank you, Steve, for being here, buddy. Steve's World. Brian Eisenhart's here. My Disney Park Memories. Thank you. Rachel's in here. Hi, Rachel. Good to see you. Cam is in the room. We'll try to get him in here in a little bit for you. Alex Brenner's here. 2 Real Geeks is here. Noah's in here. Greg, have a good time. You're probably at Disney. Greg's Disney Adventures is in here. Dances with Goofy is here. I love that name. That's a really good name. Juan Rodriguez is here. Good to see you, Juan. Let's see who else is. Michael Riley's in here. Samantha's here. Samantha's over at the Hollywood Studios today. Dave Houston's in here. Dougie's in here as well. What's up, Dougie? Downscale's here. Pam's fam is here. Mike Wheeler. Lorena Zapata. There's Jim. More sunshine, please. Jim, good to see you, buddy. Good show tonight. Jim kind of talked about some Disney news too. I'm going to probably touch on some of the things he talked about. So anybody that was in Jim's stream, some of it sounds redundant. I apologize. I just want to kind of put my own take on some of those Disney stories as well. So thank you, Jim, for coming on over, buddy. I appreciate it. I think that's everybody from what I can see so far. Oh my gosh, it just jumped on me. I apologize. It's Sunshine Nation Invasion. Yes, thank you, Jim. I appreciate it. Andrea Houston's here. Trixie Havener's here. AJC Magic TV. Amy, welcome in. Captain Akron's here. G. Wilson's here. G, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Great to see everyone. Steve says the first thing he does is renew or upgrade his annual pass. That's a good one, Steve. If I could do that every time, I would. That's a good one, though. Let's see who else is in here. Melissa Gover's in here. Oh, I think she's new. Welcome in. Nice to have you here. Ray J's here. Good to see you, Ray J. Disney Circus Girl. And I think that the Philly crew is here. I hope I said that right. I apologize if I didn't. Charlie, Disney Nerd Herders. Charlie, good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. And good luck to you for Thursday, too, pal. I think that's everybody. So let's get started. I want to go over these news stories. I'm sure you guys have all heard about them. I kind of want to touch on all of them. I think some of them are very interesting. I have my own 2 cents I want to get into. Keystone 76 ARJ, welcome in as well. Good to see you. That Melissa one is trouble. Yeah, Dougie, she is trouble. Zachary Pollock's in here too. Good to see you, Zachary. All right, we're going to start with the bad news story. For those of you that haven't heard, I guess last week or this week, someone actually, I hate to even talk about this story, but it's kind of got to be addressed. Someone actually punched a Disney cast member at Tower of Terror. I guess this person, hey, Zip, welcome in, buddy. Good to see you. Thanks for being here, Patrick. Everybody check out Patrick's channel, too. Human Person's in here. Good to see you, Human Person. Haven't seen you in a long time. Missed you. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for being here. I guess there was a lady in line a family in line, and and Jeff's in here too, Dole Whip Dad, and Jeff kind of touched on this. Check out Jeff's video. He did a really good job talking about this. But I guess this woman didn't have fast passes for Tower of Terror, and she was advised of that. And so she started pressing all these buttons on the keyboard to the ride, and the cast member obviously tried to get her to stop, and then the woman punched her. I'm not understanding why we're starting to see this kind of stuff at the happiest place on earth. Now, I maybe that's just because I'm naive and I don't pay attention, but these stories are starting to become. This is like 2 in 2 weeks. I fear that we're going to start having a trend. I just don't get it. Disney Fanatic, welcome in. Thank you for being here. This kind of stuff scares me. I don't want to see this. I go to Disney to get away from real life. I understand. Look, there's crowds. There's going to be pushing. There's going to be shoving. It's the happiest place on earth, but that doesn't mean there aren't people that aren't happy that are there. Of course there are. But this kind of stuff, when it gets violent, is what scares me, and I don't want to see it. We have to learn to be better as a human, just as a person. We need to understand our surroundings and where we are, and try to have self-restraint and be adults. It's just that simple. And I don't like these stories. They're really upsetting, and it's very sad. And for anybody that was around them, that takes from their experience. And look, maybe the woman was having a bad day. I get it. I understand. Look, it can be frustrating, but it's a ride, for crying out loud. You're in Disney World. You know how many people don't get to go to Disney World in this world? There are billions that don't. Well, maybe not billions, but hundreds of millions that never get to go. Just because you don't have a fast pass, I don't know. That kind of story, it just upsets me. Dougie, oh, thank you, Dougie, so much. Everybody got a headache coming. Take a donation instead of my terrible banter. Thanks, Dougie, very, very much, buddy. I'd rather have the banter, but you're very generous. Thank you so much, Dougie. I hope you feel better. If you can hang, we always love having you in here, pal. But we totally understand if you got to go rest and take care of that headache. But thank you so much for that super chat. Everybody, please thank Dougie in the chat for that super chat. That was very, very nice, pal. I appreciate that. I hope you feel better. But Jeff is in the chat. He touched on it. I don't know. I just don't understand that. I don't want to dwell on it too long, but it is something that has to be talked about. Lorena says yes, because people nowadays think they are entitled and they think it's my way or the highway. Oh, it's true. It's true. Action. Acting my shoe size and not my age has never taken me anywhere. G. Wilson says it's true. Dave, I think actually I don't know if they were arrested for what she did. Obviously, she could be because it's assault. But I did hear that they were banned for life, which is great and definitely should be. So, it's a start. We'll see. It probably is billions for sure. I don't want my grandchild to experience this. I agree. It's just not something I'm sorry. It's just not something I want to see today. Don't punch Disney cast members. I agree, Charlie. That's a great tip. You're right for sure. Tell me no. How dare you? I know it's true, Jeff. I just don't get it. I mean, I don't understand it. But anyway, I digress. I don't want to touch on that story for too long. Yeah, the Toontown family, Brian. That was the first one. This one's the second one. It's crazy. But hopefully, this is just the exceptions and not the rule. That's what we're hoping. But I did want to touch on something a little bit nicer. I want to get in. I know we've been talking tons of Galaxy's Edge lately. Downscale says I want a Don't Punch Disney cast members T-shirt or at least a button. Yeah, Downscale, I would love that. And Disney Circus Girl, you're right. Don't punch anyone, anywhere you go. I agree 100%. She did not press charges, Jim. Jim says that's I don't know. I don't know what I would have done. Dougie says he heard she didn't want to press charges. If anyone punched him, he'd, and then fill in the blanks. But over at talk about exciting news. Too bad that cast member didn't press charges at 19. Yeah, that's fine. Yep, we'll let that one go through. Over at Disney's Hollywood Studios, if you remember, the main entrance to Galaxy's Edge had that big kind of like mural of the Millennium Falcon and everything, kind of like that wall that had the Millennium Falcon and what it's going to look like inside. Well, they've taken that down. It's gone. You can now kind of see inside Galaxy's Edge, the main area over there by Grand Avenue. They've taken down that big wall. Now they've still got a construction wall up, so you can't just go right in and look right in. But it is open now. So if you ever go over to, I think it's WDW Magic or WDW NT. I know a lot of people don't like WDW News Today. I don't mind them. I think they've been right more than they've been wrong. It's just my opinion. But they show you pictures of it, which is really, really cool. And I'm getting excited because we're really, really close now for Galaxy's Edge. We're like a month away, and it's getting exciting. And I can't wait to see it. I don't know what everybody else saw. I don't know if you saw that or not, but I think that's a really cool story. Shep, welcome in, buddy. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Thank you, Disney Nerd Herders. I appreciate that. She was kicking and screaming because she did not have one wild wall be kicking and screaming. Yeah, it's true, Mike. You're right. Mike Wheeler, welcome in, buddy. I don't know if I said hi to you, and I apologize if I didn't. Yeah, August is right around the corner. Melissa's right. We're right there. I mean, we're 30 days out, basically. 31 days right there, and it's time to go on our trip. And before you know it, it's going to be here. But it's exciting to see visual changes that show that it's coming, and to see that they've taken down the wall, the main wall, with just that little construction wall. That's exciting to me. And Pam's fan, you're right. And I'm going to touch on that in a minute, too, talking about past holder previews, because that's another story I'm going to get into in just a second. But Greg says he's heading over there shortly to take a look. Yeah, Greg, go take a look, because I'm telling you, it looks really, really neat. I'm excited. I'm getting there. And there they are, Disney through our eyes, eye to eye. Hey, everyone, Colin, Jessica, welcome in. We will be featuring your questions before the end of the night for Community Spotlight. Everybody hang around for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a great time with that. I'm excited. These questions, I love your answers, and I can't wait to share them with everybody else. I'm telling you, I don't know. It's really what I'm really interested in. I'm going all over the place because I'm so excited. I'm really interested to see if they're going to change the wall over at Toy Story Land, because that's another entrance / exit to Galaxy's Edge. But I haven't heard anything as to them changing anything over there just yet. So I'll be interested to see what they do over there. They'll probably just keep it the same, but I would like to see maybe some updates over there as well. So let's see here. So yeah, that's one of the first stories that we were talking about, was the Galaxy's Edge entrance. The walls have been removed, and we are getting close. And speaking of Galaxy's Edge, and I'll bring that story up now. Pam's fam talked about it. The annual pass holder previews have been scheduled. So they're now scheduled. So if you're an annual pass holder that's got a Platinum or a Platinum Plus, you're going to be getting something within the next day or so. Is anyone live in the park right now? Trixie says, I know that Greg's Disney Adventures is over there, Trixie. I don't know if he's like live though. And I don't know that anybody is, to be honest with you. Downscale says, I believe they will have an entrance into Galaxy's Edge from Toy Story Land. Yep, they seem to be wanting to have a more circular route. Yes. Well, they definitely do have the entrance over there. A lot of people have been thinking that is actually going to be, at least in the beginning, where they're going to funnel more of an exit than an entrance. But in time, it'll be both. So we'll have to see on that. Oh, don't be jealous for sure, Kyle and Jessica. Hopefully you'll get down there soon enough as well. Now, ahead is pure banging. Wanted to stick it out, but I think I need the dark and hot toddy. I agree, Dougie. Go ahead, buddy. Health first, bud. Hope you feel better. Everybody say goodnight to Dougie. And thank you again, Dougie, very much for that very generous super chat, pal. It really means a lot to us. And it actually is going because of the fact that I got to show this to you. This is the tripod that Disney Nerd Herder sent to us. And of course, since we got this, the next thing, any and all donations, by the way, they're so generous, are going towards lighting. We have to get better lighting in this room for sure. Kay Atwood, welcome in. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. But that, again, Dougie, thank you, buddy, and have a good night. Hope it will not be a hot mess on opening day since they will have the system they do in Disney World. Well, that's the hope. I mean, I really hope they have that system, that they do some sort of reservation system, but we'll have to see. But as for annual pass holders, what it says is they do have the dates. It says you'll be able to explore the land, the shops, and more during your exclusive annual pass holder preview. Select times from August 17th to August 21st, from what I'm seeing. Invitations will be sent soon via email. So the pass holders, they're going to start going in pretty soon. Disney Nerd says you guys are going to do live streams every morning. That will be awesome. Yeah, that's the hope. And I'm going to get into my schedule for me and Melissa as we get a couple weeks closer. And now we're now 30 days out. I'm actually going to kind of give you guys an idea of a schedule of streams that we'll be doing so that you have an idea of when we'll be going live while we're down there. I kind of got an idea of what I want to do. I do know of a few things specific that I will be doing, and I'll get into that in the next couple weeks for sure, which I think is going to be a lot of fun for sure. Charlie says, no problem on the tripod, Mouse Talk. Remember, with a great tripod comes great responsibility. I still have your note, by the way. It's up here. It's really, really funny. Pam, it's going to be fun. We're going to have a good time with the live streams. I know that Steve is going to go live. I know that Dan's going to go live. Some other folks are going to go live. It's going to be a great time. I'm so excited. Never had a trip like this before. And we're going to have a great time with it for sure. Yep. And Detroit Disney Duo, welcome in. I think this is your first time. Thank you for being here. I definitely appreciate you being here. Don't forget, everybody, please give us that thumbs up on the video. And also, if you haven't subscribed already to the channel, please do so. We've been doing our best. I hate to get off topic real fast. Been doing our best to post more vlog videos, just videos, not so much streams. Melissa did another one. If you guys haven't checked out Melissa's latest video, she's doing a new series called To Eat or Not to Eat, the Disney Food Question. And basically, it's something that she's doing specific to coming up on our next trip. For the next 5 weeks, she's going to put out a video once a week about a snack or a food item at Disney that she's never tried, and she wants your opinion on whether she should or shouldn't try it in comments. And everybody's done a great job, gotten a lot of comments, a lot of feedback on the first one. I think that's great. Go check out her video. I have another video that's coming out tomorrow. I've ranked all the Pixar films. I finally saw Coco, which I really liked, by the way. Steve, look, I actually liked the movie. I loved Coco. I thought it was really, really good. So now that I finally saw Coco, I've ranked all 21 of them, so that'll be out tomorrow. Check that out as well. And I haven't seen Coco yet. Downscale, see Coco. I'm telling you, I think you'll like it. It's really, really good. I know, Steve. Steve, I liked it. I couldn't believe it. I really liked it. It was. Well, you'll see where it is on my list, but it was good. I really liked it.
But lots of stuff coming on. What's really interesting about these pass holder previews, though, is some of the things they're saying about it. It says advanced registration is required. Eligible activated annual pass is required to register, which I thought was interesting. Reservations for pass holder preview are only available to Platinum, Platinum Plus, and Premier pass holders. Reservations are limited. So even if you're one of those three, it's limited. First come, first serve. Kyle and Jessica, it did. It took me that long to see it. It's gonna be awesome for sure. I can't wait. And then it says reservations are limited. Limit one reservation per pass holder, which I thought was interesting. Reservations are non-transferable and may not be sold or bartered. No modifications to reservations. If it says, now this is where it gets pretty interesting to me. Disney Nerdherd says we haven't seen Coco yet, or Toy Story 4, or Aladdin, or Lion King. I haven't seen Aladdin or Lion King, but that's another stream for sure. So many movies, so little time. I know for sure. Thanks, Walt. I just noticed the blue wrench in honor. Oh, Jim, my pleasure, buddy. No problem at all. Absolutely. It's all about getting to know people, and once we get to that point, we try our best. But we don't give out too many. It's just where we need them. I did see Toy Story 4, but we've talked about that one. Interesting. They increased the Platinum Pass holder cost just before they give you the Galaxy's Edge preview. Oh yeah. Well, we had talked about that Detroit Disney Duo a while back, how it seemed that these increases in these pass holder annual passes happened just before Galaxy's Edge. So yeah, it makes sense. The correlation is definitely very ironic. I agree. It also says here, if a pass holder would like to register a guest to accompany them, that guest must also be a Platinum, Platinum Plus, or Premier pass holder, and they must be listed on your family and friends list and have opted to share all my plans with you. That's different to me. So, for instance, I could be a Platinum Plus holder, but if Melissa isn't, I can't take her. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. So if I guess I would have to be the Platinum and Melissa would have to be the Platinum if I'm reading that right. So remember that. So if you're a Platinum Plus and you got a significant other that's not, let me let the dog out. He wants to go. Go ahead. Go. Bye. You would have to both be Platinum, Platinum Plus, or Premier. That's kind of weird. The Philly crew says we had to renew anyway right before the increase to make our fast passes. Well, that makes sense. I'm not complaining because lots of improvements are happening in resorts and parks. Well, I get it, but you know what? I'm okay. I know I'm in the minority here. I'm okay if they take a few years off and don't improve and just maintain. I'm all right with that. I don't have to have something new every year. It's great that they do it, and that's fine. But if it keeps the cost down and allows me to be able to not have to take out 17 loans to go, that's a joke. But I think you get what I'm saying. I'm okay with a little bit of a status quo for a while, as long as everything gets kept up and looks good and is running the way it's supposed to be running. Rachel, we'll do our best to bring Cam back in. I think he probably had to go out. Yeah, it's true. You have to save. You definitely have to save for sure. All right. So there you go. So all of that is necessary now because as these pass holder previews come out, we're that much closer to it's Galaxy's Edge. Shep says he has 4 mortgages. I don't even think I could afford 4 mortgages and 1 house. I know it's true. Not exactly the Disney business model, though. Every business lives off of growth. Well, I understand that, but there's growth, and then there's Disney. I don't know how to word it. The parks aren't growing. I mean, we're not getting more parks. We're getting We're just getting enhancements to the parks. That's how I see it. So growth. You're right. I mean, I get it. I mean, there's growth, but there's certain levels of growth. There's this, and then there's this, and it's more like this to me. It's like really fast growth, and whereas it could be more gradual is what I'm talking about. The 50th, I can't wait for that. The 50th is going to be fantastic. What does Downscale? Downscale says, I like how it's an original Disney story, so they could change it up more so than other live action remakes. Oh, it must be talking about something else. I'm sorry, guys. Fifth Gate would be great, Amy. I agree 100%. All right, so next news story. And Steve and I we touched on this a while back, talking about some stuff and the pathway to the Grand Floridian to Magic Kingdom. They're making a walkway for anyone staying there. If you want to walk from Grand Floridian over to, if you want to see from Grand Floridian over to Magic Kingdom, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. In the past, you couldn't do that. You couldn't walk. You either have to do monorail, bus, or boat. That's the only way you get over there. Not anymore. They're going to be building a pathway, a walkway, and they actually have started breaking ground on that. Again, you can find those photos. I think it's on WDWNT, but they've actually started breaking ground on that. So I actually like this idea. I think it's nice. I'm glad they're doing it. I like that there's another option for folks to get to Magic Kingdom. I think it relieves a little bit of the stress on the buses and the monorail and the boats. Not a ton, but I think it helps a little bit. Another option is always good. That's how I see it. Greg sent me a pic of Galaxy's Edge. Thank you, Greg. I appreciate that, buddy. I'll definitely check it out. But the walkway, it says the crews have been assembling materials near the electrical water pageant canal because I guess there's a canal over there where the water pageant comes out. It goes in there during the day and stays back there, and then it comes out. I guess that's where they're building it at. So that's going to be interesting because I wonder, are they going to have a bridge, and so that the water pageant can go under it, or is it going to be like a drawbridge? I'm kind of interested in that. See how they do it. The Philly crew says we would happily walk it when lines are long, and that's the thing. I guess for me, if I had a long day, been at the park all day, I'm staying at the Grand Floridian. I look up at the monorail and the line is through the roof. I'm going to walk it. That's how I see it. But again, some people may not want to walk it. Well, the thing about it, Shep says great gator viewing. Here's how I see it. They're going to have it well lit. Okay, it's Disney. Is there anywhere in Disney that's secluded and not well lit to the point that you would have to worry about anybody coming up on you and doing something they're not supposed to be doing or trying anything? And secondly, with the issues they've had in the past with gators, they're going to take every precaution necessary to make sure that that's not an issue either. So it could be me. Maybe I'm being naive, but I don't see any issue with this. I think that it'll be perfectly safe, incredibly well used, and I think it's going to go well. I do. I really do. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm just interested to see what it looks like. It says the bridge would allow for the long-awaited walkway to allow guests. So I guess, yeah, it's going to be a bridge. Okay. That's kind of interesting. I like that. And if you go over there, you can see photos of the, I don't know if I can show you guys the photos. I'll try to screen share this real fast. Let's see if I can show you. So here, let's start the screen share and see if you guys can see that. I don't know if you can see that or not, but here's some of the photos of what they're doing so far. This is the area that they're going to start building it. This over here, I don't know if you guys can see that. That's the little canal where the electrical water pageant comes out from to go over to do their show. And so they're starting to build it from what it looks like. And I'm kind of excited for it. I think it's going to help. It's not going to be fantastic. It's not going to take tons, but I think it'll help. So there you go. There's some photos of that. Let's stop the screen share. Thank you. So the walkway is coming, and I think that's really cool too. Mike says, from my understanding, it's going to be a bridge like they have at Epcot for when they... Oh, yeah. That makes sense. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. Isaac Nail, welcome in, buddy. Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. Glad you're here. Yeah, it could be. Dances with Goofies could be like that. Absolutely. Kyle, I wish it was all magic, buddy, for sure. Oh, my gosh. That's so funny. Oh, you know what? Speaking of which, guys, I'll show you if I still had it up. I don't think I still have it up. Darn it. Nope, I don't think I do. But I was going to show you the other thing too. And then, of course, the big news, and this is the last news story, and then we'll kind of touch on a couple other things, is Boo to You. The parade at the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party is getting some changes to it. Obviously, they're doing some other enhancements around for the Halloween party as well. Excuse me. But they're changing the Boo to You parade. Now, what they're doing from what I'm seeing, Downscale, thank you for that very, very much. Downscale with a $5 super chat. Thank you, Downscale. He says, shh, it is all magic. Thanks, Downscale. Everybody, please thank Downscale in the chat. I appreciate that, buddy. Thank you so much. 34 watching and 27 likes. Everybody, please don't forget to hit that like button for me. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. I'm going to pull this up for everybody to see. And for those that were on with Jim, you probably saw this already, but I'm gonna show it to you anyway. See if I can pull the right one up here. Hopefully that'll be it. I'll start the screen share. So this is kind of the concept art of what it's going to look like. I like the little thing over here for Buzz and the little green aliens. I think that's kind of neat. What you see here with Mr. and Mrs. Incredible, that's kind of used already, I think, out at Disneyland, if I'm not mistaken. They better keep the villains and the gravediggers with the shovels. I agree, Steve. I agree 100%. I do not want to see that go away. That's one of the points I was going to make is I'm cool with them adding to this parade, but what I'm worried about is what's being subtracted to add this. So that's what worries me. Hopefully not much, but we'll have to see. Can you walk from the TTC to the Poly? You know what, G. Wilson? I don't know if you can or not. I've never stayed at the Poly, and I've literally never had to use the Ticket and Transportation Center, so I don't know. So if anybody can answer that for G. Wilson, can you walk from the Poly to the TTC? I don't know if you can or not. You might be able to, though. But so I really like this for the parade. I like all that. Lots of colors. I'm really interested in the Toy Story float as to how they're going to do that. I think that's actually really kind of cool. And then it just basically says, according to Disney, the parade opens with favorite Disney friends, including Mickey and Mouse and Minnie, and they're going to have all new Halloween costumes. And then Liberty Square is going to have the Haunted Mansion. So that'll still be there, Steve, with the Hitchhiking Ghost. And a new addition, the Spectral Bride, who glides among the waltzing spirits. So that's kind of neat. So I guess they'll have the dancers as well. That's kind of neat. And vice versa. Okay, so Jim says, G. Wilson, that you can walk to that. That's kind of interesting. Okay, gotcha. Well, you can walk from the Contemporary to Magic Kingdom, though, Amy. I know that. But you're right. You can't get to the TTC from the Contemporary. And it's a very quick walk from the Contemporary to Magic Kingdom. And then, of course, from there, a new Tomorrowland unit brings in Edna Mode. So Edna's going to be in the parade, too. Followed by Buzz Lightyear and Alien Explorers discovering crystalline treasures on the surface of a planetary playset float. So there you go. So it looks like it could be some new fun stuff coming to the Mickey's Boo to You parade. I love the Halloween party. It's funny. We weren't going to do the party this year, but after I saw this, I said to Melissa tonight, I'm like, we might have to do the party. So I think we're changing our minds, and I think we're actually going to do the party now. I just don't know what night. I'll have to ask Steve what night him and everybody else is doing it, so we can do it all together. That'll be a good time. And Kyle and Jessica say they still haven't been able to do the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party yet. This makes us want to go even more. Oh my gosh! You guys ever get the chance, be sure to check it out because it's a lot of fun. I would highly recommend if you can try to get a night that's not sold out though. You'll get a better experience from it if you can. Andrea says, we're all coming down August 1st to the 10th because my grandson will be done with baseball and will hopefully miss all the craziness. Oh, Andrea, well, I hope you all have a good time. You'll have a good time. That's a good time to be down there. Yes, Walt, definitely do that. I'm going. I forgot what I said already. Ship. Oh, you're talking about the... I can't remember anything anymore. As soon as I say something, I forget it. I get off track. I think we are, Shep. I think we're going to do the Halloween party. I definitely think we are. 27th. Okay, gotcha. Well, I'm pretty sure you and Melissa should just move into Jenna's German cabin. I don't know. I wish we could. Party people! There's Cargo. Cargo, welcome in. Everybody say hi to Cargo. Cargo, hope you're doing well. Our oldest son is watching Cam while we are in Florida. Yep, he will be. Yes, he will. So there you go. That's the news. Few stories coming out. I think they're all pretty cool stories. And of course, D23 is coming up. As we get a little bit closer to D23, I'm going to have a special stream one night, invite a couple people in, and we're going to have a good time. We really are. We're going to talk D23, what we're expecting, what we're hoping for, what we're excited about, and kind of have a D23. That's going to be coming up on one of these Mouse Madness nights, and we'll have a couple special guests in for that. Hey, Walt Shep is going with me. Hey, Shep, Walt is going with me. Hey, I just want to go and see you guys there and have fun. We can all go together. Guess I'm going alone. No, Melissa, you're going with me, dear. I can't wait for D23. Me too, Downscale. They broke all the news, and I posted a video on all the big Marvel Phase 4 news that they broke at Comic-Con. What's interesting is I really think that the big news about the Marvel Phase 4 hasn't been announced yet. I could be totally off base here. I actually think they're going to announce something at D23 because he hinted at mutants. He hinted at Black Panther 2. He hinted at Captain Marvel 2. I think those hints are because they're going to release some of that information at D23. I could be totally off base. But I think they're going to save it because D23 is kind of becoming Disney's Comic-Con now. Less and less. They do less and less at Comic-Con, and they do more of it at their D23 event. It's their event. It's their showcase. That's my opinion. Steve's got everybody going with him. But we'll see. I don't know for sure, but that's just my guess. I think that's what's going to happen, in my opinion. I think they're going to do that. But I did want to go over something real fun, real fast for about 10 minutes. Everybody has firsts when you go to Disney. What's the first ride you ride when you go to a park? What's the first park you visit? What's the first thing you eat? What's the first thing you do? And I thought this was kind of fun. Phases have always, Kyle and them say, phases have always been there, have always been 3 or more years. 2 years of Phase 4 was only announced. It would make sense for Fantastic Four to be the final phase of Phase 4. Yeah, it could be. Could definitely be. Absolutely. Yep. One time disclaimer, I can't type. That's okay. No problem. So everybody has these first, and I want to kind of go over a couple of mine. And Melissa, you're in the chat, so obviously you can chime in if I'm wrong. I'm sure she will. Cargo says, Epcot, Spaceship Earth, churros. Okay, back to eating my dinner. So one of the things I always put, what's the first thing you do when you get to Florida? So if we drive, we take a picture of the sign, whether it's the big Disney World sign or the Florida sign. We take a picture to say, look, we're here. If we fly, the first thing we do when we get off the plane is we look for the Disney store at MCO. Kind of makes us feel like we're there. So that's for us. That's one of the first things we do when we get to Florida. And you guys in the chat, you can ask me, Walt, what's the first thing you eat? What's the first thing you do? You guys can answer those questions, and I'll answer them for you. And I'll go over some of the ones I have down. Where do you drive from? We're in Maryland, Detroit Disney Duo. So it's a hike. It's definitely a hike. Dances with Goofy, they stop and get fresh OJ at the Welcome Center. Do they still do that? I don't know. That's a good question. How about a Dole Whip and a Splash Mountain? Yep, Rachel, that's a good one. Downscale says, first thing I do is get my bag from the airport, then head to Magical Express line. Interesting. Okay. All right. We do Magical Express if we fly. We don't obviously do it if we drive, but I love Magical Express. I don't like it coming home. Sorry about that, guys. My arm's bleeding for some reason. Orlando Airport does still offer OJ. Well, how about that? I didn't know that. We look for the Magic Kingdom arrival sign. There you go. We drive from Mass. We get OJ at the Welcome Center. Very nice. There you go. When I was little, we did that, and I get the dinosaurs made. Wow, neat. Now, what's the first thing your wife does? Rachel, same thing. We look for the sign. We do everything together. So she looks for the signs as well if we drive, and we look for the Disney store when we get off the plane, and then of course we look for the for kind of like the monorail, the transport over to the other side of the MCO. So that's kind of neat. Now, what's the first thing we do when we get to Disney? Now, usually the first thing we'll do is we'll check in. So from there, once we check in, we'll go to our resort, we'll check in, and then from there, once we check in, we go straight to the parks. Even if the room is ready, 9 times out of 10, we don't go to the room. We just check in, okay, room's ready, see you later, off to the parks we go. We'll come to the room later that night. That's usually the first thing we do once we're actually in Disney is we go see if the resort is if the room is ready. We'll check in, let them know we're there, and then off to the parks we go. Dave Houston says Magic Kingdom and have dinner at Cosmic Ray Starlight Cafe. There you go. Yep, we unpack. No, we don't. We don't unpack. That's not the first thing we do. What's the seventh thing? The seventh thing we do is probably ride a ride, Shep. Melissa Gover, I hate the narrator asking me if I enjoyed my visit or not. I, of course, say yes, but it's crossed and with a... Oh, my gosh, you guys are so funny. So from there, what's the first park we visit? This is actually interesting because everybody would normally say, Charlie, no, we're not flying. We're driving because we're driving Mason down. He's going down there for college. So we're taking him down, taking all his stuff down. So we are driving down. Now, what we need to find out is what we're going to do with all the stuff for the week because he doesn't check in to college until the end of the week. So we're going to put it all in Steve's room. I'm just kidding, Steve. But no, we're driving for sure. So the first park we visit, it really depends. The first day we're there, depending upon what time we get there, if we drive, we're probably not going to do a first park that day because it's going to probably be the end of the day by the time we get there. Even if we fly, Magic Kingdom is not our first park. We just don't. We like to have Magic Kingdom as a rope drop. First thing, because we want to be some of the first ones in, see the castle with hardly any interference of people walking everywhere. So we always hold Magic Kingdom for normally the next day or the day after. So we'll go to Hollywood Studios, Animal Kingdom, usually not even Epcot. So it's usually Hollywood Studios or Animal Kingdom for that first day because even with an early flight, you still don't get to Disney until about 9:30, maybe 10 o'clock. And by then, the park's already open. So that's what we do first. Every other thing I do at Disney is eat, get out of the car, eat, check in, eat, go to the bathroom, eat. We're going to Boma with Steve. Oh, yeah, I guess we are. That's right. I forgot all about that. Thank you. Andrea says, we took our son to college at Stetson University on a baseball scholarship. I cried. My husband and daughter were thrilled. Andrea, I think I'm going to be with you. I think I'm going to be very upset. Our oldest son, when he left for college, I bawled my eyes out, and he was 20 minutes away. I can't even imagine what it's going to be like when Mason moves down to Florida. So it's going to be a bittersweet trip, I think. Oh, my gosh. Don't kids sell their stuff for pizzas anyway? I don't know. I hope not. You better not. That's my TV. Oh, G. Wilson said, I swear I eat 6 times a day there. Seems like it anyway. I agree. AJC Magic TV. Amy says, I usually arrive early, drop bags off, then either Hollywood Studios or Epcot, and maybe Magic Kingdom at night. See? Good plan. I like that plan a lot. Downscale says, I get the Disney vibe as soon as that Florida humidity hits me. Amen to that. I agree with that. It's funny. I told Melissa I almost started because we're at day 30. I said to Melissa, I was like, I'm going to start wearing my Magic Band. I didn't do it, but I almost started. Don't be surprised. I probably will start wearing the Magic Band like next week. We're excited. We're ready to go. Charlie, no, he's not in the college program. I wish. He's going to Full Sail University. He's going to do film while he's down there. So we'll see. My Magic Band. I got him right here, by the way. I haven't taken him out all the way. Here he is. That's my Magic Band. I can't even do that. It's the cap. I got cap this year. I had to do it. I got cap. It was one of the ones you can get now. I said, I got to get Captain America. Always the Character Warehouse. Character Warehouse. Wow, Colin. You know, we've never been to the Character Warehouse. We'll have to do that. We have not done that yet. So a couple more because I don't want to run over tonight. I know we got some other people that are going to be going live, and we still got to do Kyle and Jessica's Community Spotlight. Again, if someone could please link Kyle and Jessica's channel in the chat, I'd appreciate it. They are our Community Spotlight featured channel this week. We've been posting videos all week on Twitter for them. Be sure to check them out. They do great content. They do all kinds of great stuff, and we're going to get into that in just a minute. First food item. Really, to be honest with you, it's going to be a snack, or we'll get a breakfast item. That's usually the first thing we'll get. Melissa will tell you. If it's Magic Kingdom, more than likely we're going to stop in the bakery so Melissa can get a coffee, and usually we'll get a snack in there. That's usually what we'll do. And then first thing we do once we enter a park, obviously the first thing I do when I enter the park, I've said this in the past, is I always look up, and I thank God for the opportunity to be here and the ability to be here because, and have the means to go again, because it's not to be taken for granted. There are millions that don't get a chance to go. So I'm always thankful, and we thank God for the opportunity. And then the other thing I do personally is when we get on Main Street and we go down Main Street for the first time, I always look over at Melissa and the boys and look at their eyes and look at their faces to make sure that, I like to see their reactions. That's how I am. I like to see their reactions when we walk down Main Street for the first time, and they never disappoint. They always smile and they look like they're having a great time. And that's it. That's all I care about. And that's everything else is icing on the cake. So that's what we do first, for sure. Now, Rachel, Rachel, you're awesome. Melissa's a great mom. So if she's your second mom, you got a good one there for sure. Yeah, Main Street's great. Nothing like Main Street first thing in the morning and late at night. And we have not done that yet. And we're going to do that for the first time this year. I said that last trip too, but we're going to do it this time. We are going to go and we are going to stay at Magic Kingdom until we are almost the last person out. Kyle, you'll have to tell me how to do it because I hear you've done it. So for sure. Thanks, Shep. Appreciate you doing that. First store we always visit. For me, when we go to Magic Kingdom, I always visit the Emporium first. I just have to. When we go to Animal Kingdom, usually it's probably the Discovery Trading Post. The Dark Room over at Hollywood Studios is the first store I always go into. I love that store. I just do. I don't know why. I just do. And then over at Epcot, it's, of course, Mouse Gear. You got to go in that one first. That's always the one. And then that's it, really. And then, of course, there's so many other first things that everybody does. Everybody has those traditions. First character, it really just depends on the character meet and greets with us. So it depends. I mean, if I go past the character meet and greet and it's 10 minutes, we're in line. We're doing it. But, it just depends. We don't really have that one that we say, oh, my God, we got to see Mickey first. We don't have to see Mickey first, but we have to see Mickey for sure. Disney Fanatic says, how much streaming are you going to do at Disney when you're down there? We're going to do some streaming for sure. I'm going to get into that in the next couple weeks. Probably the second Tuesday of August, I'll go over my streaming schedule of what I'm hoping to do. Some things I'm hoping to do, other things I am definitely doing. And I'll go over all that with you. I'll give you times. I'll give you all kinds of great stuff like that. Probably, I don't have a calendar with me. Steve, if you're still in the chat, buddy, what's the second Tuesday of August? That's probably the one I'll do it on. Tomorrow's the day I get back. I booked my DVC 11 months out. Nice downscale. Nice, buddy. Eye to eye for sure. Yep. All right, guys. So that's what we're going to do. We are definitely going to go over scheduling for streaming. We'll do a lot of vlogs and stuff like that too, which will come later. But we also want to make sure we enjoy the trip. I'm just kidding. Because vlogging and all that stuff, it seems like, well, we'll see. It seems like work. Is their schedule laminated? No, mine's not. The 13th. Thanks, Steve. I appreciate that. So the 13th, I'll go over what the schedule is going to be for streaming. I appreciate that. I don't know how to laminate things. It's probably not hard, but I don't know how to do it. That's Steve. Steve's the expert. He's the laminator. Anyway, there we go. So let's get right down to the most important part of this night for me, in my opinion, and that is, and I'm pulling everything up right now so we can go over it. We are going to do our community spotlight. And of course, for those that don't know, every week, most weeks, if I don't forget, which I've done already, all of these things Walt is going to tell you, like times and stream schedule. I'm not going to do any of that, so please don't anyone expect me to go, Cargo, you're funny. I'm going to do my best. Again, all of this is subject to change. It's all subject to change. For sure. Oh, my gosh. You guys are so funny. So, again, we do a community spotlight every week as often as I can where I highlight a channel and try to help that channel a little bit, help them to grow, to make sure they get exposure, and make sure that they're thought about. And it's kind of our way, Melissa and I, it's our way to give back a little bit to the community. It's our way of saying thank you. It's a very small way of saying it, but it's something to help get everybody else's attentions to these channels, to go out and watch them, watch their videos. And I say this every time, and it's true. We are all very honored and thankful that everybody subscribes to us. But if you get a chance, watch a video. You know, if it's a 6-minute video, watch the video for those folks. Give them their views, give them their time. It's great that everybody goes and they say, you know, just hit play all and let it play. But they put a lot of energy and time into these videos. So watch a couple of them. See the effort they put in and the creativity. A lot of folks, and Kyle and Jessica are no exception, a lot of these folks have some really creative ideas in their videos. And I don't want that missed. And that's why we try to get folks to watch those videos and subscribe to these channels, because a lot of them put out all of them so far have put out great content and very deserving of being recognized. And that's what we try to do here. So again, Disney, eye to eye Disney through our eyes, Kyle and Jessica. Thanks, Shep. Appreciate you doing that. We always do the 10 questions. These are the 10 questions I ask all of the community spotlight channels up there during their week. Hey, Mickey Sightings, welcome in. And Kyle and Jessica did not disappoint as usual. They have some really, really great answers. So let's get into the questions, and I'll tell you their answers. So the first question is, when did you start your YouTube channel and why? And their answer is, and I'm going to pull this one up. We started our channel on March 13th, 2017. So not that long ago. It was timed so that we could start our channel just before the live action Beauty and the Beast release. Okay, good. We figured a review of that would be a good starting point for us. The initial reason we started our channel was mainly for Kyle to start learning how he could use YouTube for his other venture. It was mainly meant as a place for him to learn and us to have fun sharing about what we loved about Disney. After seeing the response from others, we decided to invest more in the platform, and over 300 videos later, here we are. Ultimately, the reason for starting the channel and continuing it is the same: investing in each other and investing in others. That's a great answer. That's a great reason to start a channel. You know, if you can use it for other ventures as well, that's fantastic. But to be able to use it to invest in each other and then others, I think that's a great response. I love it. Next, I asked, what is the goal of your channel? Our goals are to connect, share, and dream. Good answers. First, we want to continue to build our little family within the Disney family. Secondly, we want to share our thoughts and opinions, no matter how wrong they may be, about everything we can related to the most magical company on earth. Lastly, we simply want to dream. This means never being satisfied, always saying yes to even the craziest line of creativity, and simply believing our best days as a channel are ahead of us. That's a great answer. I love that answer for sure. Everybody, thank you for hanging in there. Definitely give thumbs up to Kyle and Jessica in the stream, please. These are great answers. I love them. Next, I asked, let's see here. There's the goal. What gives you the most pleasure? No, wait a minute. Is that right? Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. I lost my place, guys. What gives you the most pleasure and the most pain in your channel? So they said, most pleasure, obviously, seeing our videos do well makes us very excited. More simply, seeing how much we have improved and how far we have come has been the most rewarding. That's great. They also put least pleasure, having to deal with people not being kind towards others' opinions in our video comments. And you know what? I think that's a universal down thing. I don't know what word I want. That's one of the universal pains I think we all have in our videos, is having the bad comments directed at us or others who post something nice. So I totally understand that 100% for sure. And then I also asked, what Disney parks have you visited and which ones do you want to visit? We have both been to all the Walt Disney World parks. Kyle has been to Disneyland once a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. He goes, sorry, I couldn't help it. I had to do that. California Adventure was not built at the time, so he has not made it there yet. Obviously, we'd like to visit all of them. If we have to pick out one outside the U.S., Kyle would pick Tokyo Disney Sea, and Jessica would pick Disneyland Paris. Getting on a plane for that long is a bit scary for Kyle, so we won't make it there for a while. Kyle, I totally get it. I'm not big into flying either. As much as I want to visit like Italy and Europe, I don't know if I ever will, but I hope to one day. Zip, welcome back in, buddy. Thank you for being here. Next question. Favorite Disney animated character? I thought this was interesting. Kyle, Donald Duck is my man, he says. I hope to be a happy person as much as possible. Donald speaks for me when I can't be, and when he's angry or frustrated about something. He is my spirit animal. That's a good answer. For Jessica, she said, I thought this was interesting. Marie from the Aristocats. I love cats so much, and she is such a diva, but totally adorable. I think that's the first person to ever pick Marie, but that's a good pick. Definitely unique. One day I want to have 3 cats at once and name them Toulouse, Marie, and Berlois. I can't pronounce their names. I apologize. Did I mention I love cats? I think those are great answers. We love cats too. We have 2 cats. We have 2. We don't have 3 yet, though. So that's their Disney favorite animated character. A few more to go, guys. Thanks for hanging in there, everybody. I definitely appreciate it, and definitely deserve. They are a great channel. Next, I put, what's your dream job? Kyle says the official Dole Whip inspector. That's what he would like to do. No, seriously, though, I would love any job at Disney. I've always been intrigued by a job as a Disney bus driver. It's funny you said that. Me too. And Melissa will tell you, I actually thought about doing that one time. He says, I'm actually being serious. I think getting to experience the excitement on the guests' faces and their happiness/exhaustion at the end of the day would make the stresses of the job worthwhile. Listening to Disney music in an air conditioning and driving all over Disney property doesn't sound like a bad retirement plan. I agree 100%. Jessica says 3 words, Disney food tester. Enough said. I think Melissa would like that job too. I wouldn't mind. Well, I think I would. I'm a picky eater. But those are great answers. Oh my gosh. It says, now I ask, if you could live close to Disney, would you? If you ask Kyle, we would already be down there, but Jessica is a little more hesitant. Still, we both agree that coming only once or twice a year keeps the magic alive for us. It doesn't stop Kyle from looking at home prices every once in a while, though. So it sounds like they got some negotiating to do so that maybe one day they'll get down there. Kyle, I totally get it, dude. Downscale says, I fear driving a Disney bus. If you have ever rode a bus around Old Key West, the last thing I would want to be responsible for is making the turns those buses make. Oh, I agree, but they're professional. You were right about that. Oh my gosh, you guys are so funny. So next question, rope drop or close down the park? And it's funny because these questions, their answers would be Melissa and I, except flip them. This might be a cop-out, but we actually say both. We are spending that amount of money. So we squeeze out as much time as we can in the parks. I totally get that. If we have to pick one, Kyle would pick close down and Jessica rope drop, simply because Jessica is a morning person and Kyle is a night person. Kyle even has officially been the last one out of the Magic Kingdom before. No joke. The security guards can prove it. How about that? So, Kyle, you were the last one out of the park. That is the coolest thing. That's what I want to do one time. Hopefully this trip. I would love to do that. Oh, my gosh, that would be fantastic. Next question. 2 to go, folks. Do you have a favorite video or stream? We love our trivia nights. Getting to connect with our friends who play and learning about Disney together is a favorite thing we do. We also love our vlogs because it lets us relive the memories of our trips. I agree 100%. That being said, you can't beat the bloopers at the end of any of our videos, too. Are you coming in here, dog? Come on. Those are great answers. I apologize. Dog came in. Those are great answers. I agree 100%. It's always something about those live streams like we have now to be able to connect. I agree. It's awesome. And see, Kyle, I'm a morning person. I love the morning. I really do. So there you go. Live stream for sure. That's their favorite, but they love doing their vlogs. And you're right. It's a way to remember your trips. It's fantastic. It's a way to keep the memories. And then finally, last thing, how do you hope people describe your channel to others? And they say genuine and goofy. We want people to feel like we are relatable and that they can have relationships with us, albeit a virtual one. And goofy because let's be honest, if we aren't having fun, neither are the viewers. If we can make you laugh at least once, we feel we have made a connection and accomplished our goal. And now the dog wants out again. Go ahead. I love that answer. I think it's fantastic. It's about making connections. It's about making people smile. It's making them happy and making yourselves happy as well. Enjoy what you're doing. And I think that's a great answer for sure. So I think it's awesome. So I really hope you guys enjoyed their answers. Again, Eye to Eye Disney, Disney Through Our Eyes. They're a great, great channel. Please check them out. Go subscribe. Watch some of their videos. Watch all of them if you can. They do great content. Their trailers are great. They do live action trailers. They do reviews of movies. They do Disney Trivia Night on Thursdays just before we go live. They do vlogs from the parks as well. Great channel. They really are a good part of this community, and check them out for sure. But other than that, guys, that is going to do it for tonight. Walt, if you have talked more about delicious treats, your dog would have stayed. Dale, he probably would have. I agree 100%. Oh, my gosh. But, guys, thank you again very, very much. I want to do a few things for mousekeeping just to get everybody up to date. Don't forget, I think it's tomorrow night. You have Meg is going live with her Wednesdays in Wonderland. Right after Meg is Diz and That. Be sure to check out Diz and That. I'm not sure what channel it's on tomorrow, Steve. If you want to put what channel Diz and That is on tomorrow night, please do so. So check out those two great channels. They're going to be a lot of fun. Of course, on Thursday we'll be back, Melissa and I. I don't have an idea of what we're going to do just yet. I have a couple of ideas, but I don't know which one yet. I haven't honed in on which one just yet. Thank you so much, Downscale, for that, buddy. Everybody, thank Downscale again. That was very, very nice of you, buddy. I appreciate that. Very generous. Please thank him for that $5 super chat. That's awesome, bud. That definitely goes towards the channel. We'll be making things better. Going to get lighting and everything just to make things a lot better. Thank you, Amy. I appreciate it. Great night. Jeff, have a great night. You too, buddy, for sure. But again, Steve on Mondays. Check him out. Wednesdays with Diz and That. And, of course, he goes live with me on Saturdays. This Saturday, we're going to have a fun one. We're going to talk about the Run Disney events, and we're going to have a special guest. So check that out on Saturday night at 8. And, of course, Disney Fiasco on Saturdays at 7, just before us, and he does Disney Food Fridays as well. Other than that, I think that's it for now. Of course, the liveplace.com. Dean over at Dreamers Empire. Check him out. And we will continue to focus on Eye to Eye Disney till Thursday. Thursday, I'll have a new channel that we will be featuring on Community Spotlight for next week. So be sure to check that out as well. We're going to pull a new channel out. I'm sure it's going to be a channel that some of you have heard of, but they're going to be featured for next week. Great show. Thank you, Jim. Appreciate it. Lori French, welcome in. I just appreciate you being in here. Again, everybody, please hit that thumbs up before you head out. It definitely helps the stream. Other than that, thank you, Mickey Sightings. I think it's Tuesday night, so Dee and Miguel, A Disney Life for Me will be going live, I think, at 10. If somebody wants to put their link in the description, I'd appreciate it as well. Thank you, Shep. I appreciate it, bud, very, very much. Thank you all for being here. You guys are all wonderful. Kyle, Jessica, my pleasure. Well-deserved. I hope we did you justice. But thank you all very much for the support. It definitely means a lot to me to have 30 people in here, 32, 34, 35, just talking Disney, talking things we love. It means the world to me. It means the world to Melissa. Check out Melissa's video. She's going to have another one coming out, and I got a new one coming out tomorrow, ranking all the Pixar films. It's going to be a lot of fun. God bless all of you. Have a great week. We're getting really close to the trip now. I can't wait. I can't wait to meet everybody. I wish all of you were going to be there, but we're going to have a great time with it, and we're going to take all of you along with us. And until Thursday night, take care of yourselves and each other, everybody, and we'll talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.